Hello everyone, this is the video for the horoscope Gemini for the month of August and the rest of July as well. Okay, so the cards I'm going to be using is the regular deck, the fortune deck, and a message from the angels as well. Okay, Gemini. So for those of you who have never seen my videos before, the way that I do these readings is that I shuffle the cards. The cards go falling and turning over, and then I create 3 lines of 7 cards each. You are the ones that have to determine which of the 3 lines has a more relevance to your life. And also to explain to you that these readings are also for ascendant sign and moon sign. So if you're unsure of your ascendant or moon sign, you just need to Google ascendant and moon sign, and then it'll ask for some personal information such as date of birth, time of birth, and location. And then there it'll determine what your ascendant and moon sign is. I think it's very important for you to watch the videos for each of your sun sign, moon sign, and ascendant as well. Okay? So now we already have the first line. And then we're going to see here for the second line. And also to let you know that I now have a Twitter account and also my Facebook and a new Instagram account as well. So if you would like to follow me, you just need to go to @AmeliaTarot13. And for Facebook and Twitter, you may already know from before as well. Also, if you see underneath my videos, I have the description here for the links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, and this is the last card for the second line. Okay, and this is the last line. Okay. And also, if you do want a personal reading, you just need to send me an email, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. And there I can get back to you and send you some of the information of how to request a reading. Okay. And these readings, as we know, they're general readings for everyone of a particular sign. And if you want something a little bit more specific, then you would need to ask for a private reading. Okay, so we have 5 cards, just 2 more left to complete the last line. Okay, so let's see here what the last card is here, which will be the main card, how your month will be, and what August will bring for you, and the correlation with the other cards. And this is the last card, which is the Ace of Cups. So, fun fact here with the last card, there have been 3 cards now in 3 different signs. This is already the second time that the main card is the Ace of Cups. It's been for Libra and Gemini. So anyone who has a relationship with someone who is a Libra sign, I think you need to pay close attention to this reading because it's going to have an important message for you. What is this card telling me? Is a love that is going to arrive and grow with someone who already is here, something that continues to transform. So this is a cycle here. This is a love that may have started as a friendship and then grew into a more intimate relationship, a more deep relationship. It could also be a person who maybe you never saw them as a possible candidate for a relationship. Then I see that it was almost in a moment's instance that love suddenly struck you and you saw this person differently. I see that it was suddenly, but it was without you knowing, you helped move this relationship along. It was almost a consequence of a daily act. And now, why do I say this? It was because this is a love that grows. It wasn't a sudden it wasn't a sudden type of love. It was something that grew daily. So, like I mentioned before, it was a friendship, something like that. Okay, so we're going to take, Gemini, a look at the first line here and see what we have. Okay, well, here we have a recuperation. I see that you're recuperating from something that was broken, something that caused you a lot of pain, that something that you have a hard time forgetting. And I see that here someone arrives into your life, and it could be a man or a woman, that is looking for, it looks like someone of a fire sign. It could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And this person comes into your life and brings a positive message into your life. So, to bring something positively, it could be this person here, that which you find that love, or you discover that love. These cards are telling me that this is a very dynamic person, someone who wants to learn new things. I see a lot of passion, happiness, I see intuition. That's what's jumping out at me in this card. And this card has come out a lot in the most recent readings. It seems that a lot of people are connected here with a lot of fire signs as well. Or it could be that these fire signs are arriving into the lives of other people. So it's very important here. This card is telling me that the person who is arriving here, that you discover you have a common feeling between each other, and you have this new hope. So it's a rejuvenation of hope. So it's almost when one thinks, you know, I'm no longer happy, I'm never going to find anyone, and then all of a sudden something comes into your life. And I never believed that I was going to experience all of these feelings once again. This card talks to me about strength. It talks to me about to treat someone with kindness, because it's someone who responds very well to affectionate stimuli. It seems like, as this person's very dynamic, and I see that, Gemini, you're a little bit worried because you're a little bit more thoughtful, you like to think about things a little bit more, and this person is very fast to act. But I see that if you speak to this person in a calm way and tell them, you know, I would rather take things slowly, or I see that this person is going to understand you very well. And this card is telling me that you are going to feel once again that happiness, that almost that child innocent like happiness, that when you, for example, as a child, when you wake up and find a present, that's the type of happiness that I see here for you. These cards are telling me that you are going to try and communicate yourself. It could be that this person is not in your country. I feel that some people, this may not be the case for some people. It could be that someone is from a different culture or a different country. But I feel the connection here. And I see stability here. This card is telling me about stability. That either you decide that maybe you suggest to this person, okay, let's live together and see what happens. This card to me means that. It means to try and find, once again, stability in your life. But I don't feel that you are going to ask for their hand in marriage or anything like that. I feel that you want to try, once again, what it feels like to be in a stable relationship. That is the first step that you want to take. Now, if the person is from a different part of the world, I see here that there's something that you are still fearful of. My guide is telling me that you are fearful of communicating something to this person. And I think it's that you are fearful of telling them about that you are still recovering from your previous breakup, from your previous relationship. And I think that you need to be able to open up to this person because it will connect you more. And I see here that you're in the process of reaching that stability. So I think that you can be honest with this person and say, I'm still recovering from things that happened, but I want to try. That would be the magic word. Let's try. Okay, so yeah, look at this. So this card is telling me about a journey, so a trip. It could be that you may need to travel to be near this person or them to be near you. It could be that you need to take some type of imaginary trip in the sense that you need to leave the place that you find yourself now. The beginning of your recovery. So I feel like the number 10 means an ending, and so I feel that means you need to accelerate the process of an ending. This that you've yet been able to do with your previous relationship. So it is almost a metaphorical journey. And this person that's going to enter your life is there to help you. They're there to bring you out of this recuperation, to make you understand that in life we have more than one chance, more than one opportunity. And simply because you've been hurt in your past, it doesn't mean that you need to stay down. So you need to lift yourself today, and if you have the opportunity to find someone who offers all of this to you, you need to take that opportunity. Because sometimes love does not always knock on our door, so it may only happen once in our lives, and this relationship will bring you emotional stability. And these cards talk to me about a very long-term relationship, so think about it very well, Gemini. So let's see about the second line here. Okay, so these cards are talking to me about a little bit similarly to the first line. It's not identical, but it's talking about people who don't want to allow change, don't want to allow anyone to once again tell them words of love, because they're still defensive. They're on the defensive because, obviously, of things that have happened to you in your past. Newly, once again, we are talking about the same thing. These cards are telling me that, once again, you have to allow for change. I see here that in both lines, although with different cards, they're still telling me the same thing. To let the past go. That although we understand that the past has hurt you, although you're not the only person that you've suffered, but you will recuperate. However, you cannot be on the defensive with everyone that you meet. Because everyone is different. And simply because one person hurt you does not mean that everyone is the same. So here this card is telling me that someone will arrive into your life. This person could be a fire sign, and applies to the first and second line because they're very similar. And truly, I feel that these lines are repeating themselves so that, Gemini, you can understand. This person could potentially work with you, could be someone who is interested in offering you something. And I feel that it may be someone that you've been working closely with for a month, a year, and you've never really paid attention to them, but all of a sudden, you've seen them, and you see that they offer you a lot more than simply a friendship. And so, and it may not be work, it could be in a lot of aspects of your life. However, these cards are saying that this person offers you something because they feel that you are the right person that they can share a big part of their life with, because you share the same values, you share the same ideals, and because both of you are the same type of person that have the vigor for life and hardworking. However, you seem to still be closed up in your own mind, trapped in your own mind, and not sure of what to do. I think, Gemini, it's about time for you to make this change. You have put yourself in your mind to think that you will never be happy. And I don't think that it's right. And I don't think that it's just that the people who have done you wrong, people who've caused you pain, that I don't think that this person is going to do the same to you. And these cards are showing me that it's not, that it's true love. And so you need to give this person the opportunity. Obviously, I'm not saying that you have to, but I am suggesting that it would help you. And that's my advice. Okay, yeah, and this card is telling me that it's someone who is closer to you than you may think. Card of community. Could be a neighbor, co-worker, a longtime friend, someone who is very close to you, but you never paid attention before. See here, I'm seeing the lights for the first time here. I see that sometimes when I'm reading something, certain things are popping out at me, and so I see that the light has turned on in your mind. Almost as if you've never paid attention before. And it could be someone from your childhood, because there I see a child. So, and this card even represents to me someone who is very simple, honest, very humble, but not financially, but I'm talking about humility in the sense that someone is cordial. And I very much like this card. So let's go to the third line, Gemini, and see what we have for you. Okay, so if you have any doubts, this line verifies it for you. This line starts with a man, the King of Wands in reverse, and you, Gemini, here next to them. What is happening here? So, definitively, you are not the earth sign here, but here I know that it's you, because you are with someone who is a fire sign, and this person is uncontrollable. This person who comes and goes, who decides what they want when they want. And I see you that you're doing well. I see that you're comfortable, you have, your own things, you're tranquil, but you also feel alone. And that is not a good thing. When someone is in a relationship, to feel alone could be one of the worst things that can happen to you. Now also, this is telling me that you are looking for the truth and that you find it. So there's a few things about this person that are not really fitting for you. You're not able to understand that, they can take off and return whenever they want. And you're starting to think, truly, is what they're saying real? Are they lying to me? So these cards are talking to me about a triangle. A triangle that you are going to uncover a truth. In this case, I feel that this relationship there's no future in this relationship. Here's another fire sign, or potentially someone of a different sign who has these characteristics. Someone who doesn't want anyone to tell them what to do or when to do it. Almost as if they are not in a relationship. So, if you don't know them or are not in a relationship with this person, I would suggest to not get near them. If you're already with them, then I suggest that you open your eyes. And this card tells me about loving yourself. So yes, you can love others, but firstly, you need to love yourself. And the first thing you need to do is to take care of yourself. So let's see what the fortune cards have to say as well. Yeah. So the card is imprisonment. And this signifies to me to be in solitude, to be alone. So if you see there are bars in both pictures. There's a person who needs help, and in both cards it's the same thing. So clearly here, if you can see, if I look exteriorly at this situation, I feel that maybe some people think you might be okay, but truly you're not okay, because you are going through a solitude and you need to love yourself above everything else. Okay, so let's see here what the angels have to say to us. Okay, and it says within the next few months. So it seems that apparently it will happen very soon. So let's take a look here. It says, in the next few months, what you are asking about will occur. Divine timing means that other people's free will choices are also involved. So keep the faith while all of the pieces of this puzzle come together and the situation resolves itself beautifully. Or perfectly. So what's going to happen here is that in a bit of time, you're going to have the answer. You're going to see things with clarity, and the person that maybe you didn't realize before that was there for you and cares for you, you're going to realize. And all of this takes a bit of time and is a process. But I think that starting this month, you're going to start waking up and realizing you're going to be more alert. You're going to see things clearly, things that matter in your life. So Gemini, I wish you the best. And if you like this reading, just like my video, leave your comments, activate notifications on the videos as well. And if you would like a private reading, you can write to me at my email, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching my videos. I wish you all the best. And this card here is very, very important. The truth above everything else.